Across the galaxy, nothing has been more common than war, conflict, and bloodshed. From even the safest systems in the inner core to the most barren outreaches of wild space, danger is ubiquitous. It is an essential part of this galaxy. Throughout the centuries, organizations trying to suppress this unyielding power have come and gone. But the core system security operation, widely known as CoreSec, is here to stay. Operating in the wealthiest and most populated region of the galaxy, known as the Inner Core, CoreSec administers 169 systems and has the highest secure to unsecure ratio of around 2 systems for every unsecure one. Not only, but CoreSec boasts the largest amount of core systems by a large margin at 7 of them, those being Aegis, Shield, Concord, Triage, Bastion, and Guard, who form a protective ring around the most important system in the whole galaxy, the Citadel, CoreSec's administrative and operational hub, which is often referred to as the unofficial capital of the galaxy. The ancient names of these star systems, as well as their arrangement, have led many historians and scholars to believe that the Inner Core once served as a final bastion against an unknown threat. In the present day, the Citadel is a major hub for commerce and trade, due to its central position on the galactic plane, but is outcompeted by the trade union's capital, Harbor, for its raw economic output. While it doesn't match the same levels of economic prosperity, the Citadel makes up for being the most politically powerful system in the galaxy. In fact, the Citadel station itself is a marvel of human engineering, having a total of 3 levels with a combined 12 modules. It is currently the biggest station in the galaxy and the only one to offer both industrial and economic services. However, the most notable feature of the Citadel station is its embassies situated at the central floor. These are symbols of CoreSec's aim for galactic peace, and so the Citadel station is the only neutral place where all factions can meet and hopefully unite. However, CoreSec's primary directive of galaxy-wide peace has always been an insurmountable challenge for the organization, primarily due to rampant piracy on the fringes of secure space, but most importantly, the existential threat that drones pose to the human race. To combat these dangers, CoreSec manages a rather large peacekeeping fleet, known as the CoreSec Security Forces, focused on anti-piracy activities and drone extermination. For the first task, CoreSec employs warships from both the Constellation and Valiance line of ships. Light corvettes such as the Radix and Infinity make up the bulk of CoreSec ships and are primarily deployed in small groups for patrols and escorts, but generally they will be found mixed with light frigates such as the Halo and Adamant, especially when engaging pirates directly. In the cases where an overwhelming force of hostiles are detected, CoreSec will sparingly deploy light destroyers such as the Horizon or Fortitude to swiftly put an end to any opposition. On the other hand, when facing large swarms of drones, the lighter warships of the Constellation and Valiance lines are ineffective at best. Instead, CoreSec deploys one of its specialized anti-drone battalions, primarily made up of heavy warships from the Stronghold and Legionist line of ships. While corvettes such as the Chevron are sometimes present, these task forces are built around large numbers of phalanx frigates supporting powerful bulwark and echelon destroyers. These ships are known for their capacity to receive large amounts of damage, all while dishing it back, perfect for fighting drones. However, CoreSec's resources are almost always spread thinly, and more than once has the organization had to demand help from external parties, frequently through independent pilots and factions, to repel drone and pirate threats. Despite this, in the recent decades, the 3 warring superpowers have kept on escalating the conflict between themselves, draining more and more resources to their never-ending stalemate and away from these threats. While CoreSec's terms of engagement have been followed by all parties, Over the last few years, these rules have been bent and loopholes have been exploited to their fullest extent, generally to the blind eye of CoreSec authorities. And as the superpowers have been mobilizing even more resources and manpower to once restrain conflict, and the economic entities of the trade union and mining guild have begun exploiting systems to levels never seen before, CoreSec's administrative corruption has become more and more obvious. But one factor is stopping the galaxy from falling into anarchy: CoreSec's monopoly on cloning technology, the only viable way to maintain a population in this era. It is CoreSec's greatest asset, being leased to the 6 primary factions of the galaxy and in turn funding the entirety of the organization's operations. The true strength of cloning technology is the danger of no longer having access to it. This is what keeps the CoreSec aligned territories compliant. It is what keeps the factions from annexing more star systems that they do not have the rights to. It is what keeps the 3 superpowers from engaging in all-out war, which will certainly doom the galaxy. As if a nation were to lose their cloning rights, they would simply cease to exist. This is the true power of CoreSec. And even though politically CoreSec appears to be weak, every time a politician takes a step outside CoreSec's defined laws, they know very well that at the head of the organization, there are still people who believe in the true goal of CoreSec and will do what they must to protect it.